Alaric stood alone in the royal gardens, feeling the weight of unseen eyes judging him. Little did they know, his curse was a hidden power. As he wandered, a sudden rush of time enveloped him, allowing him to glimpse past moments. It was both a thrill and a burden he couldn't share. During a lavish feast, noblemen laughed at Alaric's clumsiness, unaware that his true strength lay in the shadows where they dared not look. In a secluded part of the garden, he stumbled upon a mysterious girl, her eyes sparkling with curiosity, as she sensed something extraordinary. As they spoke, Alaric felt an inexplicable connection, her laughter resonating with the untapped potential he kept hidden from the world. With newfound determination, Alaric vowed to embrace his curse. Perhaps, in time, he would unveil the true depth of his ability to those who
Alaric stood by the
fountain, his heart pounding as whispers of doubt echoed in his mind. Would he ever prove his worth? Suddenly, a vibrant butterfly landed on his shoulder, its wings shimmering like jewels. It felt like a sign from fate. He followed the butterfly deeper into the garden, where the air buzzed with magic, igniting a spark of hope in his soul. In a hidden glade, Alaric discovered an ancient tree pulsing with energy, its roots entwined with the very fabric of time itself. With trembling hands, he placed his palm on the bark, feeling memories surge through him, visions of past and future intertwining. Suddenly, the tree erupted in light, revealing a path of shimmering particles. Alaric felt his curse transforming into his greatest weapon. Alaric stepped onto the shimmering path, energy coursing through him, transforming his doubts into determination. As he walked, the air crackled with anticipation, revealing visions of his past mistakes and the choices that led him here. Suddenly, shadows flickered around him. Echoes of the past began to manifest as twisted creatures, hungry for his power. Heart racing, Alaric faced the creatures, gripping the power of time within him, ready to turn his fear into strength. At that moment, he realized his curse was not a burden, but a key to rewrite destiny itself and protect those he loved. With newfound resolve, Alaric unleashed his ability, the air shimmering around him as he prepared to confront the darkness. As Alaric unleashed his power, time warped around him, distorting reality like a shimmering mirage, revealing hidden truths. The twisted creatures froze, their monstrous forms flickering in and out of existence, baffled by the sudden change in their surroundings. Alaric felt the weight of his family's expectations vanish, leaving only the clarity of purpose as he prepared to confront his fears. With a determined glint in his blue eyes, he focused on the creatures, channeling his power to rewrite their very existence. Time unraveled, revealing flashes of their previous forms, once loyal knights now corrupted by darkness and despair. In that moment, Alaric realized that each creature once had a story, a life, and he held the power to restore them or take them down. With a flick of his wrist, Alaric drew upon his power, the air shimmering as he conjured a swirling vortex of time around him. The vortex pulsed with energy, distorting the very fabric of reality, as lost souls caught in despair began to take form before him. Alaric's heart raced. Each figure was a shadow of their former selves, their faces contorted with anguish and lingering fear of betrayal. He could feel their pain, a gnawing ache in his own chest, and realized he was their only hope for salvation from their torment. With newfound resolve, Alaric began to speak, weaving words of comfort and hope, as the vortex responded to his intentions. As he reached out, a bright light enveloped the figures, illuminating the darkness around them, sparking a flicker of recognition in their eyes. The light expanded, revealing the essence of each figure, their forgotten hopes swirling like petals in a breeze, igniting Alaric's determination. Alaric felt their emotions blend with his, a powerful surge of energy coursing through him, amplifying his hidden ability beyond his control. Suddenly, one figure stepped forward, eyes bright with realization, whispering a name that echoed through the air, breaking the silent
As the
barrier.
name
Hung in the air, an electric tension surged, and Alaric's heart raced, a portal of memories opening within his mind. With a deep breath, Alaric focused, channeling the swirling energy, preparing to unveil the true power hidden beneath his perceived weakness. In that moment, the shadows around them began to dissolve, revealing their true forms, a vision of hope flickering in their eyes once more. Alaric's heart pounded louder, the shadows shifting around him, as whispers of forgotten legends ignited hope within his soul. With newfound determination, he reached out, feeling the energy surge through his fingertips, ready to embrace his hidden gift. As the colors of the garden brightened, Alaric realized he could manipulate not just time, but the very essence of those around him. Suddenly, an ancient spirit appeared, its ethereal form shimmering, urging Alaric to accept his destiny and wield his power bravely. Emboldened, Alaric summoned the energy within him, feeling the air crackle with magic, blending with the lush garden atmosphere. In that moment, he understood that his perceived weakness was a facade, and he was destined to change the fate of the kingdom. Alaric felt the spirit's presence deepen, awakening a sense of purpose he had never known before. With newfound determination, he practiced manipulating the flow of time, bending reality around him. As he mastered his abilities, whispers of his power began to stir interest among the court's nobles. But lurking in the shadows was a dark force, sensing Alaric's potential and plotting against him. One fateful evening, a mysterious figure confronted Alaric, challenging him to embrace his destiny. Caught off guard, Alaric's heart raced while the spirit urged him to trust in his hidden strength. Gazing into the spirit's eyes, Alaric felt an unknown power awaken within him, igniting a flicker of hope. The spirit spoke of an ancient prophecy, revealing that Alaric's time manipulation could reshape the kingdom's fate. As shadows deepened around them, dark figures emerged, sensing the disturbance Alaric's potential had caused. Fear gripped Alaric, but the spirit's voice urged him to harness his ability, to turn fear into strength. With a deep breath, Alaric closed his eyes, envisioning his power flowing, ready to confront the encroaching darkness. In that moment, Alaric felt the weight of his destiny, understanding he was born to face the shadows lurking in his kingdom. Alaric opened his eyes, feeling an unfamiliar energy surge within him, pulsing in sync with his heartbeat. The shadows twisted closer, their forms darkening the vibrant royal gardens, as Alaric braced himself for confrontation. He felt the spirit's presence beside him, urging him to focus, to channel the power he once feared. With a deep breath, Alaric extended his hand, feeling time bend and warp around him, a swirling vortex of potential and fear. The shadows halted, mesmerized by the sudden shift in energy, as Alaric stood firm, heart pounding with newfound determination. In that moment, he realized, perhaps this curse was a gift waiting to be unveiled to the world around him. Alaric felt the weight of his power surge within him, as if time itself acknowledged his resolve. The shadows, once menacing, began to flicker, their forms wavering like leaves in a storm. With a fierce shout, Alaric unleashed a wave of energy, a ripple through the very fabric of existence. Time bent at his command, as past and future converged like a tapestry woven in a whirlwind. Suddenly, the shadows recoiled, fear visible in their darkened eyes, realizing the threat he became. In that electrifying moment, Alaric understood he held the key to his destiny, a force no one could dismiss. As Alaric focused, he felt the energy around him pulse, shimmering like a mirage in the bright sunlight. The shadows hesitated, their dark forms flickering like candle flames caught in a gust of wind. With newfound courage, Alaric stepped forward, determination etched on his silver-haired visage, defying their expectations. Suddenly, a blinding light erupted from his hands, illuminating the garden and revealing the hidden terror within the shadows. The shadows recoiled in panic, their malevolent whispers turning into frantic cries as they realized their doom approached. As the light enveloped him, Alaric felt a surge of power, embracing the curse he once feared, now a weapon of defiance. With a fierce glare, Alaric summoned the light, shattering the darkness that threatened to engulf him. As the shadows disintegrated, Alaric felt an overwhelming sense of freedom, finally embracing his true self. Standing tall amidst the ruins, Alaric realized strength lies not in appearances, but in accepting one's uniqueness.